everybody. I thought today I would do something kind of fun and also a little bit of a chat with you, if I can make words come out correctly. So another YouTuber, let me adjust my camera. And we're on the regular camera today instead of the nicer one my husband bought because he's in the shower and I don't know where it is. But anyway, well, she's a YouTuber, but she's not an unboxer. She is Linda at Mature Sass. If you are not subscribed to her, you need to go check her out. I've only known about her for a couple of days. She's hysterical. The first video I watched of hers, she calls it Mask Monday. And she actually applies a sheet mask to her face, sits down, and just talks about various things to do with her channel and her life. It is pretty darn funny. So, and it's interesting too, but she's got guts. That's more guts than I have. I am not putting a mask on my, on my face. I don't even like my husband to see me like that, let alone unknown people out in the world. So go check her out. But anyway, she did another video I watched, is 7 weird things about me. And she said, Nancy, if you'd like, I'd love to see you do this. And I hashtag it, let me cough. Not COVID. I just got something in my throat. So I thought I'd do that, and I would also cover a few other things, including what I kept from my last 2 unboxings. I stopped doing what I kept videos because I told we were losing subscribers on those. And I also stopped doing Style Sundays or Sunday Style, because on those we weren't gaining any subscribers, and it was really inconvenient to record them on Sunday morning for me personally. So here I am, but I just thought we'd do a little bit of talking, and I'll tell you 7 weird things about me and catch you up on a few things. So first of all, let me start with what I'm wearing, because people have asked about this sweater when I wore it, at least in one other video. I got this from Trendsend a couple of years ago. Isn't it cute? Little cable knit. You can get some great deals on there if you subscribe to their email, and then they'll send, a lot of times you get 50–60% off of things. So I love this sweater. I think it's just beautiful. I love this kind of icy blue color. I've got on the opal necklace that my daughter got me for my birthday last year. And these are Verve jeans. These came from my second Wantable unboxing. And look, on my feet, I've got Muk Luk Slippers. Now, these did not come from my Wantable Sleep and Body edit. Those, like I said in my what I kept, fell apart. The little tie fell apart off of it when I tied it. But I went online and I looked, and those were 40 with Wantable, but these were 16. And I liked them so well that I bought them. So I wear these around the house all the time. They're house slippers. They have a hard sole. Okay, so let's start with 7 weird things about me, and I'll interject other things as I think about them and as we go. So number 1, and I had to make a list that I'm looking at, and I asked my husband, and I thought he'd just nail things off, and he said, no, you just named a couple things, and he said, you're perfect, honey. So smart man. So the first thing we both thought of this one, I am regimented about the housework. I actually have my housework on a schedule. And I used to, many years ago, back in my early 20s, I had 1 day a week, generally, I would clean the house. And I just hated having to spend hours on end cleaning. And then when I got into my mid-20s, I was divorced. I had 3 young children. I started a home daycare because it kept me home with them. And I talked to my mom, who also had a home daycare, and I said, you know, I know you were finding time to clean. You weren't cleaning when the kids were there. I don't know how you did it. Because my mom has a very clean house. And Mom said, oh, yes, I did. She said, I think I did it, you know, this job on this day, this job on Tuesdays, dusting on this day, bathrooms on, and I was like, oh, that's how she did it. And at that point, I adopted an actual schedule. So 5 days a week, I have a different job I do. And that helps me stay on top of it. Because the truth is, I hate house cleaning, but I hate having a dirty house even more. So when I do it like that, that way I'm kind of doing a little bit every day instead of having to spend a whole day, you know, cleaning. Also, I only do that schedule every other week, or now that there's only 2 of us in the house, every 3 weeks. I just do touch-up jobs. So I'll let you know, since you're probably wondering now. Mondays vacuum, Tuesdays mop, Wednesdays dust, Thursdays bathrooms, and Friday I do a thorough clean of the kitchen. And I know people say, well, I clean it every night after dinner. Well, so do we. But this is removing everything from the counter, spraying the counters down, cleaning the appliances real good, cleaning the stuff from the counters real good, and putting them back on the counters. So that's my Friday job. And then I do a touch-up job. So like the Monday of the off week, I call it, I just vacuum paths, I just clean the toilet bowls and seats, and then the sinks and the mirrors if they need them in the bathrooms on Thursdays. I just sweep the floors on Tuesdays. I just dust the really big flat areas on Wednesdays. Wednesdays go fast. And then on Fridays, I don't do anything because we clean up the kitchen a little bit every night. So that's a weird thing about me, very regimented. I have been doing that probably for about 30 years now. And I will say, people always say, her house is so clean, and they get nervous about me having a clean house and me coming to their house. I don't care what somebody else's house looks like. I just want my house to be clean. It's what I live in that matters to me. What you live in is your business, that's your house. Okay, number 2, this is another one that Linda listed. I like the toilet paper to go over the top. When I was 17, before I joined the military, I worked part-time as we called them maids back then, in a hotel. And it was a luxury hotel, and they taught us to have the toilet paper come over the top, and you fold it down into a little V. And but it made sense to me because it doesn't hit the wall as it's rolling out. You know, it's not as likely the gravity won't pull it against the wall. Instead, it will pull it straight down if a few little squares get down. I know, it's anal, no pun intended. But so that's, I like the toilet paper to come over the top, and I will switch it around if I'm in a bathroom in my bathroom, and it's not going over the top. I'm weird about that. Number 3, I make up my bed first thing in the morning. Now, I will go to the bathroom if I need to, but when I get back, I'm making up that bed. I just don't feel, and if Ruger starts barking, he's right here with me, I'm going to just let him out and not stop the recording. But I don't feel like, it's easier for me to get my day started. It puts me in the right mindset. And I feel like if I go to bed at night and the bed's not made up, I'm sleeping in a dirty bed. And I hate walking in the bedroom all day because we have beautiful bed linens and seeing it crumpled. So I just made it a habit to make the bed every day. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Several of these are about sleep things. I don't like to wear my pajamas after I get out of bed. So when I go in the bathroom and I use the restroom, again, you know, usually after I've made up the bed and all that good stuff, he's gonna lay down. And I'm brushing my teeth and all that. I just go ahead and I put my clothes on, or I put my workout clothes on if I'm gonna work out that day. I do not like the feeling of walking around in my PJs during daytime hours. However, a lot of times after dinner, I will immediately take a shower and spend several hours in my PJs at night once I know I'm stopped for the day. I'm not going to be doing anything else. I don't like to take baths. I feel like I'm sitting in my own filth. I am not a bath girl. I like showers. Give me a good shower. And I have fantasies about having a shower that is ginormous and has the rain shower head and several of them coming at me. And I love to take a shower, but I do not enjoy baths. And I've had some work done on the veins in my legs, and I'm really not supposed to sit in hot baths or hot tubs anyway, so that's just as well. Let's see. I don't procrastinate. Procrastinating drives me crazy. When I was in my very early 20s, after I had my first child, my aunt, Lynette, my grandma made a comment that she doesn't procrastinate. She just gets things done. And I thought, well, I'm going to try that. And so I tried that. And I liked it because I never had all these things on my mind. It didn't make me feel good. Now, I will say sometimes that comes back to bite me because I feel a lot of pressure to get things done as soon as they come up. And instead of, oh, yay, you know, everything's done, it just seems like life is so much more busy these days. And I always have something on top of me. My husband is more of a procrastinator than me. And I don't know if he's just a procrastinator or just more realistic, but I will say that at tax time, I spend from the beginning of the year until whenever he files taxes, and sometimes, well, not often, but occasionally he has requested an extension, nervous. because it's weighing on me, even though I'm not the one responsible for taxes. But the reason why he's not doing it is because we're gonna have to pay taxes. So why pay sooner than you need to? And I get the reasoning, but still I'm like, oh, let's just get it over with. But getting it over with means the government learns more interest with our money than we do. So he doesn't pay them late, but he just doesn't rush to give them more of our money. So yeah, so there's that. But yeah, not a procrastinator. I like to get things done. I don't like things on my mind. And in this house, we moved in last April. There are still several things undone, and it's making me a crazy person. Of course, starting 2 YouTube channels didn't help with that at all, but that's my fault. Nobody else's. And the last one, number 7, when I sleep, I cannot stand lights, fans, noise, not even white noise. And I don't want any tech in the room. No TVs, no computers, nothing like that. Now, I understand some of that is actually good for sleep. Some of that, like the white noise, is not. But if there's air blowing on me, if there's any sort of noise, if there's a little tiny light shining in the room, like where we are right now, there's a little light from another house that's been built recently through the window. If I don't turn the blinds the right way, that little light pierces through. And if you know how you go in and out of different cycles of sleep during the night, and if I go out of the into the cycle where I'm in a lighter sleep, that light will wake me up and I will not get back to sleep again. So there's that. So there's 7 weird things about me. So here's Barbara with BCSells. She is my absolutely favorite unboxing channel. I just love her. She's always chipper and she's real realistic about things. And in a lot of regards, I use her as a model for what I'm doing. But Barbara, I challenge you, 7 weird things about you. And you have to use the hashtag that I use at the top of this. And I can't remember what the hashtag is right now, but I think it might be just hashtag 7 weird things. So if you're watching this, I want to know 7 weird things about you. You tell the whole world 7 weird things. Okay. 500 subscribers. We hit it. Yay! We hit it a week ago tomorrow. I'm filming this on Saturday. And I know I had said I'm going to give away a $50 gift card to most likely Wantable here in the US and Stitch Fix if you're in the UK. The reason I haven't done that is because the reason I wanted to get to 500 was for the community tab. They still haven't given it to me. My daughter Erin, who also has a YouTube channel, she plays a Sims game. That's my husband banging things, if you can hear it. But anyway, she said she thinks the reason that they do that is to make sure you stay over 500. So I saw online, they said it would be about a week or so. So tomorrow will be a week. If it is not up by tomorrow, I'm going to make a separate video and announce the winner of the $50 gift card. So I haven't forgotten. I just wanted to do it as my first community tab post. And I also wanted to make sure we stayed over 500 too. But at my last check, we were 511. So yay, thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed. I honestly wouldn't be here without you, and I really, really appreciate it. Okay. And okay, I also did a video on Imethod He Blushed, and a couple of people, well, one person in particular mentioned they couldn't see the color. Well, Imethod watched the video too, and they said, good video, it just kind of blended in with your skin. Can we send you a new color? And I said, yes, it was me who requested that color. I just knew what would work for me in real life. And the truth is, when I was doing that video, it looked too bright. But something about, that was my 3rd take, my 3rd try. And something about it, the camera and everything, it just washed me out. It just completely took all the color away. So we're going to do it again with a brighter color. I will say with absolute sincerity, I love that blush. I like that I can put this cream blush on. I don't have to wear a foundation. I'm not wearing it right now. I am wearing the blush. I don't know if you can see it. It just gives a little bit of nice color. I can put it on my eyes. And you can use it on your lips too, but that particular color just is a little bit, it looks chalky. It doesn't feel chalky, but it looks chalky on my lips. So I'm hoping the new color that they send will be better for all of that, and that you'll be able to see it better. So I'm excited to get a second color of that. It's a great, great product. And they even gave me a code, Nancy Ann, all lowercase. So go back and check out that video if you would like to, even though you can't really see the blush. It's a super good product. And I know at least one of my viewers has purchased it and she likes it as well. Okay, so now I want to tell you real quick what I kept for my last 2 unboxings. I saved this for the end because I know not everybody likes to see this. So let's go with Trendsend, which was a week ago today. I'm recording this on Saturday. There were opinions on this. I always appreciate opinions, but I went with these things and I'll tell you why. So they had me put this cardigan with this shirt, and personally this isn't how I would wear it, but I've been wanting a bright pink shirt. I wear tanks a lot, particularly in the summer, and I layer them under things like flannel button downs and chambray button downs and things like that. So I kept this one. This was originally $68. They had marked it down to 25, and then because somebody used my referral link, they got 20% off anything in their first box, and I got 20% off of anything in that particular box that came up next. So I got this for 20 bucks, guys. And when I did that wrap up, I actually did math to figure out the original prices, because the prices on my invoice were 20% lower. I didn't need to. There was a tag with Eve, and Trendsend is from Eve. The tags are on there with the original price. That would have been so much easier on me. So I was getting a little bit inaccurate prices because some of them were actually sale prices instead of the original. So this was a great deal, $68 tank. It's by Michael Stars, and I got it for 20. This one was originally, I think, 98, and they had it on sale for 50, and then with 20% off, I got it for 40. Now, I remember if you watch that video and I said, I'm not sure, do I look like a grandma? I don't care when I'm wearing this if I look like a grandma. It is so warm and so comfy and so cozy. I love this thing. It's so comfortable. It's 5% wool, I believe. It is not itchy at all. It's a really nice weight. I'm so glad I kept this. I wear this more than any of my other cardigans. No, it's 72% polyester, 24% acrylic, and 4% wool. And it's really soft and cozy, and I just love it. Then I also kept the jumpsuit. My husband bought this for me. This was originally $249. They had it marked down, I think it was $156, if I'm not mistaken. And then maybe it was marked down, and then my 20% off was $156.40 after the markdown. That's right. Then if you keep 4 or more items, you get an additional 10% off. And anytime you do a Trendsend, if you keep 4 or more items, you get 10% off. Well, by the time all those discounts were taken, because I kept 10% off, the finished price of this was $140. But I was saying to my husband, I've been looking for a jumpsuit. I finally find one. It's in a neutral color. I can dress it up or dress it down. It's flattering. It fits me correctly. But I just don't have that much to spend, because we have a budget for me every month for this channel. And he said, I can't do it every time, but honey, I'll buy it for you. So he sent me money over top of my budget, and I own the jumpsuit. So I'm taking this to my trip to Savannah with my best friend. So by the time when I did the math, and 10% came off of these things, if I kept a 4th item, it was about, I think it was about $35 additional I would save. Well, it didn't make any sense then to not keep the wrap. And it looked like a scarf, but it's actually a wrap. It's not my style, but your arms go through it. It's very light and gauzy. This was 36, was it 36? So basically this was free. You paid regular price for all these, and then it didn't make any sense to pay regular price for these for the same price I could have got all 4 of after you took the 10% off of 4. So that's what I kept. I'm not going to wear this. I have a good idea what I'm going to do with it, but I'm not saying right now. So there's those. And now from my Wantable, the last one I posted on Thursday. Now I had to make up my mind. I had to listen to what you guys had to say, see what I wanted to keep, and then make up my mind, because we've got to get these things back in the mail. I mean, you can do some extending, but you can't do it all the way out, and Wantable will stay on you. Okay, you got to put it in the mail by tomorrow. Click on this if you wanna extend. So I had to make up my mind on Wantable. It was the Wantable work from home edit. that I missed the point on the edit because I was going, these pants don't look like work from home. Well, the idea was basically business on top and party on the bottom. Because they're thinking you're in Zoom meetings and things and people can't see. So that's why the bottoms were so crazy. So I went ahead and I kept, and there was more strong opinions on this box than any other box. People, wow, and there's strong opinions about 2 items in particular. So there was this sleeveless floral top. It's mixed media. Don't always like this, but if you're going to do mixed media on me, at least make it something deliberately contrasting in the back so that it looks intentional, which they did. And nobody's fooling me. This fabric that's more of a t-shirt material is less expensive than the contrasting fashion fabric for the rest of it. So they're calling it mixed media to make it sound cool, but really they're saving money on construction. Just so you know, that's the seamstress in me. Man, these companies must not appreciate me. So anyway, this one I went ahead and I kept. And then I kept the cardigan, and there were some strong opinions on this. It's not flattering on you. It doesn't make your butt look good. It's not big enough, guys. I tried really, really hard to exchange this. Well, I didn't try really hard. You just click a button. It wasn't available in a large. And for the price, I just felt like it was the smartest thing to keep this. Now, in this particular edit, if you kept 3 items, you saved $30. And if you kept 4 items, you saved $40. Well, I knew I was going to keep this, and I knew I was going to keep this. If I kept 1 more item, I would save $30. And so, and this is the item, this sweater had the strongest opinions. But I kept it, and it's okay, because I'm the one who has to wear it, guys. But I went ahead and I kept the shiny pants, and you know, they're very soft on the inside. The outside's a little bit coarse feeling, but the inside's really soft. They were $29. So by keeping this with $30 off 3, I actually paid $1 less for these 2 items than if I didn't. So even if I wasn't gonna wear it, I would have kept this anyway and donated it or done something. So there we go. I kept the shiny pants, and you know what? I've worn them already. I was, did I wear them yesterday? Anyway, I wore them. They're really comfortable. They're fun for around the house. I could totally see these pants on a date night with a high-heeled sandal, this shirt, and my moto jacket for if it gets cold, or like a tight, I have a tight silk t-shirt that has sleeves, you know, about halfway down my arms and dips down in the back. Now, couldn't you see that? Those loose pants with that tucked in, the moto jacket over top, and a nice pair of shoes. So I think for date night, you know, if we ever go out like to a nice restaurant, or I don't know, we don't do a lot of that stuff, but I can see those being useful at some point, and they're just kind of fun for kicking around the house and still making me feel like I'm a little more dressed than if I'm just in a pair of sweats. Well, that's it. Is there anything else? You guys want to see my sewing room over here where my husband installed these shelves for me? And I'll show you real quick and then we'll get going. So I don't know if you've ever seen the rest of my sewing room, but this wall used to be blank. And occasionally a table shows up. That's the table. It's folded in the corner. So this right here, my grandmother made that holly hobby, and I had 2 cousins. I was the oldest grandchild, and then my cousin Gina was 2 years below me, and my cousin Tracy was 2 years below her. And I think I was 6, maybe 8 when she made this. So it was almost 50 years ago or so that she made these. Mine was pink, and she made each one for each one of us with scraps from clothing that she'd made for us. And mine was mostly pink, but I had a stepmother who, without my permission, gave mine to her sister to use for her kids. So mine disappeared years ago, and it broke my heart. But my cousin Tracy and Gina too, they when Grandma asked them if they would like them, they said no, I don't think they had a good place for them. So my sister Betsy, who came along I think 4 years after Tracy or so, Betsy took Gina's and I took Tracy's, and so now it hangs here. And I don't think my cousin Tracy watches my channel, but Tracy, if you do, thank you. And it's been loved and cherished and taken care of until I could finally get it on a wall. And then my husband installed this for me. This is kind of my wall of memorabilia for people and creatures that I love. We've got my favorite dog ever. No offense, Ruger. Cassie, pictures of her there. That's my mama. The picture right there, her high school, her senior picture. My friend Kim made some things. My friend Ann made this gorgeous, it's got brooches on it. Isn't that pretty? I'll pick it up and show it to you. It's a pretty thing she made with all the brooches. Isn't that gorgeous? My favorite color is burgundy. It's on a burgundy background. And just some little things. My daughter Erin, a little sewing machine music box. My daughter Alex gave me the dipped rose. There's some, what are those called? These, what is that? I have 3 of these. I need to bring another one down from my dresser here. This one, that's a best friend's one, I believe, from my best friend. And then she gave this one to my daughter Lane when my husband adopted her when she was 16 years old. Okay, funny story behind that if you want to hear it. Lane is 6'1". She's the one who's in the Marine Corps, and my husband is 5'8" on a good day. And when we went to the adoption, the judge, his name was Judge Fudge. I'm not kidding. And he said, this is the tallest person I've ever adopted. So we've got pictures and Lane's towering above everybody. So, and then we gave her an adoption party. This video is getting so long, but we gave her an adoption party. And so people brought gag gifts. And so like giant bottles, Depends undergarments for diaper. Oh, it was funny. Okay. So that's there. And then these are things about being a Marine mom, because she's a Marine. We do have 6 other children. She's just the one who's done stuff where I can find words about it. And then this is her thing that she put around her when she graduated college, and she signed the back of it and scripted it and gave it to me. That means a lot. So just some really special things there. My husband got those up a couple weeks ago. I am so happy to have all this memorabilia out of boxes in a good place where I can look at it and just enjoy it. And let me show you, see if I can move this without, oh, sorry, moving the whole tripod. Let's turn this around. This is the other wall. And that, oh, there's my ring light. But these are all framed patterns. They're apron patterns, vintage apron patterns that I just love, and I've been collecting them over the years. And so I framed them and I set them up on the wall. Are you getting dizzy? So that's my sewing room. And then this one back here, my mom made that. That's a crewel work, and she did it many years ago. My sister is now 47. I think she started it before my sister was born. She finally finished it probably about 10 years ago. She put it aside for a long time and then picked it back up, and she had it framed and she gave it to me. And now that I have a sewing room, it's in my sewing room. So there we go. From my home to yours, a little bit of a chat. 7 weird things about me. Barbara, you're on. I want to know 7 weird things about you. And I guess that's it. Well, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. As always, I would love, love, love to hear your comments. I don't always ramble on like this. Normally, it's just unboxings. I'm hoping I can start doing other things besides fashion. I've had 3 companies offer to send me different things to review, and only one, and that was Imethod, took me up on it and went ahead and sent those things, and I really appreciate that. And I got to tell you, their customer service is out of this world. I mean, they were really on it and made sure I had what I needed, the information I needed, and they got it to me quick, and I appreciate them. I would like to work with them and demonstrate their products anytime they would like me to, because they're an absolute pleasure, and I like the product too. Alrighty, that's it. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye and be blessed.